This is a peanut. At first glance, the peanut does not have much to offer you or me. It looks like an easy snack in the car or something to feed elephants at the circus. But did you know that a man named Carver was able to create over 300 inventions from this single peanut? It's an astonishing thought that this little plant can be utilized in over 300 ways. This sentiment stands out to me because it reminds me no matter how humble a person's beginnings may be or how ordinary they may look on the outside, the ripple effect of their life and accomplishments can change the world. With today's tribute speech, I want to discuss the humble beginnings and amazing accomplishments of George Washington Carver. Dr. Carver deserves to be honored because he is a historical figure who has inspired me since I was a young girl to sharpen my mind and be an innovator. George Washington Carver was a black man born into slavery and poverty who overcame the odds and went on to become a scientist, educator, and inventor over who invented over 300 uses for the peanut as well as becoming a scholar and professor of science. Carver's remarkable achievements continue to shape our understanding of agriculture, education, and service to humanity, and have left a permanent mark on American history. This is the importance of George Washington Carver's story. He has always been a prominent figure to me because I grew up near his childhood home in Diamond, Missouri. I remember going to the monument established in his honor every single year and learning about all the amazing accomplishments he had throughout his life. As a baby, Carver lost his parents and found himself growing up in freedom, thanks to the end of slavery brought by the war. However, he did still live on the farm owned by his mother's previous owner, Moses Carver, who took him in and gave him his family name. George quickly developed a passion for plants, spending his time exploring the woods on the farm and collecting specimens. I saw Carver's childhood home where he grew up and walked next to the pond that he fished in as a child. I was even able to walk through the woods where he discovered his love of botany. Visiting this monument was a profound influence on me during my youth and a memory that continues to stay with me. I always think about Carver when I'm asked about a profound historical figure. His life and legacy continue to be a wonderful example of how people can turn their ugly circumstances into something beautiful and awe inspiring that can affect future generations. I'm not sure if Carver knew the impact that his life would have on others or on so many people, but I do hope that my life might have some small impact on others like his has on mine. Now I'm going to talk about the biographical information for George Washington Carver. He was so remarkable not only because of his accomplishments and the adversities he overcame, but because his life story truly embodies the triumph of perseverance and ingenuity over hardship. He's remained a standout historical figure to me for that. Born into slavery in the 1860s, his exact birth date is not even known. In Diamond, Missouri, his early years were marked by hardship and struggle. Carver faced immense challenges as an African American in a deeply segregated and racially discriminatory society. Despite facing these obstacles, he pursued education with unwavering determination. From the young age of 11, he attended a series of segregated schools and worked odd jobs to support himself, demonstrating remarkable resilience and determination from this young age. In an era where Black men did not go to school, Carver went on to earn a college education. He earned his bachelor's degree in educational science from Iowa State in 1894, and in 1896, he earned his master's. Carver's childhood interest in agriculture and botany led him to conduct extensive research on farming techniques and crop cultivation. Carter wanted to improve the lot of the man farthest down, the poor one horse farmer at the mercy of the market and chained to land exhausted by cotton. Dr. Carver saw the need to devise practical farming methods for this kind of poor farmer. His experiments aim to address some economic challenges faced by Southern farmers, especially African Americans, who are reliant on the cotton monoculture. From 1915 to 1923, Carver concentrated on researching and experimenting with new uses for peanuts, sweet potatoes, soybeans, pecans, and other crops that weren't as valued as cotton. Carver completed groundbreaking research in soil conservation, crop rotation, and alternative crops. His innovations revolutionized farming practices in the Southern United States. His inventions promoted sustainability, diversification, and economic empowerment for African American farmers. A couple of well-known ideas Carver's that are still used today are crop rotation and alternative crops. Crop rotation involves alternating the crops grown in a particular field over different seasons. This technique helps improve soil fertility, it prevents erosion, and reduces the depletion of nutrients needed to grow the crops. Carver taught that by diversifying crop production, farmers could reduce their dependence on cotton monoculture, which had led to soil depletion and economic instability in the South. Carver passionately educated farmers on sustainable agriculture. He also traveled widely to deliver lectures and demonstrations, fostering innovation in rural areas by establishing mobile schools and outreach initiatives to educate farmers. And additionally, he authored widely circulated free bulletins and distributed them to farmers, detailing his agricultural experiment station research and its practical applications. That's something that I love so much about the story of George Washington Carver. When he discovered something, it was for the greater good, and he spread that information freely so that other poor farmers could partake in the benefits of his research. In 1896, Washington invited Carver to join the faculty at Tuskegee Institute as the head of the school's agricultural department. This offer provided Carver with the opportunity to further develop his ideas and implement his vision for agriculture innovation and education on a larger scale. It was at Tuskegee where Carver's genius actually flourished, and he dedicated himself to pioneering research in agricultural innovation. Dr. Carver remained there for the rest of his life. Alongside his renowned status in African American history, Carver was honored with the 1923 Spingarn Medal and later posthumously recognized in the National Inventors Hall of Fame. The establishment of the George Washington Carver National Monument marked two significant firsts. It was the inaugural national monument dedicated to the first Black American and the first to a non president. Dr. Carver passed away in 1943. In conclusion, I want to honor Dr. Carver for his contributions to agriculture, his dedication to education and mentorship, and his devotion to lifelong learning. I think that all out of all of his achievements, Dr. Carver is most well known for inspiring generations of students with his passion for learning and service to humanity. His legacy as a trailblazer in agricultural science, a champion of education, and a beacon of hope for overcoming adversity continues to inspire millions around the world. It's important to celebrate remarkable minds like Dr. Carver's, and his is one that we cannot overlook. His achievements continue to mark the world today. I would like to end today's speech with some incredibly wise and profound words from Dr. Carter himself. It is not the style of clothes one wears, neither the kind of automobile one drives, nor the amount of money one has in the bank that counts. It is simply service that measures success. Everything else means nothing. Thank you for the attention, and I invite you to reflect on the lessons that can be learned from Carver's extraordinary life of achievement. Thank you.